Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Bradley number 8320-001420. This is an 1.25" diameter heavy-duty grab bar, and this is a relatively common type of grab bar. The 1.25" makes it just relatively common. 1.5" would make it extremely common. And this is a 42-inch grab bar. There is lots of information down below that we're going to review. And let's take a look at that now. And when you review the information below here, you'll see a series of specifications. You've got an 1.25" diameter. You've got a length. You've got flanges that are 3 1/8 inch diameter with a 13 gauge stainless steel thickness of the material, escutcheons, tubing, strength, etc. The best way to introduce yourself to grab bars from Bradley is to click on let's click on the first link, technical data sheet. Now that's going to give you an overview of the 832 series. That's a good place to start because it will tell you lots about just this individual grab bar. And admittedly, their part number naming convention is less than simple and straightforward, but once you have the table available to you, it's quite simple. The best way to approach that is by clicking the link below this video to the product brochure. That gives you the legend by which the part numbers are derived. So we're dealing with an 8320, and you can see that the 8 is the series, which just means it's going to be a grab bar. The next part number the next piece of the part number will give us an 832, and that's going to tell us two things: that it's an 1.25" diameter on the bar, and that it is a concealed mount type flange. 1.25" bar with a concealed snap flange. This is the mounting flange. 2 screws. This escutcheon will just click over this and snap down and finish off the look. If you were to change that part number when you're looking at the how to specify grab bars section, you'll see if you want the 1.5" diameter, which is more common, and you do want concealed mount, which is most common, you want an 812 series. Okay, 1.5", 1.25", 1 inch diameter, concealed flange, exposed flange. Exposed flange, you'll walk into a restroom and you'll see the heads of the screws. Exposed flange. People will order 1.25" and exposed because they're less expensive, or anything exposed less expensive in terms of the flange. People like 1.5" diameter. I've heard reports where people feel there's less pain in the palm of their hand when they're lifting off of a larger diameter grab bar, more surface area obviously. Now the 0 in the part number is going to tell us, the 8320, that it is just a satin finish here. Standard finish. If you change that part number, you're going to get into a 8322. Will give you a safety grip finish, which will be a textured, knurled type finish to just simply improve the user's ability to use the bar and not have the hands slip while using it. If you change that part number to a 4, you're going to get a polished finish. Being stainless steel, it can be brushed or shiny, reflective, and polished. Or you can do a bright polished with the safety grip. That will, of course, make matte your polished finish, but if you need the ability to have better resistance to slipping when using the bar, you'll want that when you want a polished finish. Then the next part of the configuration, part number, we get into the configuration. If you scroll down into the catalog, and specifically the link that's here, page 3, we've got a 001. That just means it's a straight bar. That's going to give you anything from your short 12-inch bars up to 48-inch when you're dealing with a 001. The 420 is literally the size, and that's measured. This is a 42-inch bar from the center of this flange to the center of the other flange. If you've got 3 1/8 inch diameter, you know that your overall length is going to be 45 1/8. Just going to put the tape measure on there and test that. Yeah, that is indeed the case. Bars are always measured center of the mounting points when you've got a mounting point. Meaning, if you look at the 003 configuration, you'll measure from the wall to the center of that mounting plate. When you change the 001, you're going to change the shape. Straight bars, angled bars, bars with a mid-flange, floor to wall, with, without outriggers, L-shaped, inside corner, L-shaped, U-shaped, straddle bars over commodes, and the configurations continue to go on. Obviously, the 001 is the most common. The 054, the floor to wall, is very common. The 010, floor to wall with an outrigger, very common sort of bar. We occasionally will sell the 039 bar, occasionally. The 117 is not uncommon either. And then the 059, you'll sell that inside corner bar quite often. But people will generally just install a 42 and a 36 and a 42, maybe an 18 vertically. Sometimes you see that. But those are just all the 001 configurations. The last digits are your size. Okay, so you're then going to call out your size according to the bar type that you're dealing with, and the part number can actually get more extensive when you have more dimensions that come into play. Okay, so meaning if you have a 3-wall bar, you're going to have what they define as the A dimension, the B dimension, then the C dimension. So you could get into a 30 by 58 by 30 as the example is given there, depending on what you're building. But that's how the part number is put together. And when you look again at the example of how the dimensions are called out, it is literally the center line of the points. Okay? And when you're looking at that 3-wall model that's there on the lower right-hand corner of page 1, it gives you the most extreme example or the most involved example of how this is all determined. The only dimension really not given is the 1.5-inch clearance, and that's going to stay constant regardless of the diameter of the bar. That's going to be the the dimension from the inside of the bar to the wall flange, or to the wall, 1.5 inches. Okay, so you've got 1.5 inches from what the wall would be to the inside of the bar, 1.5 inches from here to here. Indeed. And then just simply be mindful of everything else is basically to the center. So that's how you'll do it. And as they indicate on that page as well, don't specify the overall length, center to center. So just study that and you'll be an expert in no time on it. And you'll see on page 2 how they break out all the different series. Very nice quality from Bradley on these bars. Let's take a look back now that we've gone over an overview of these bars. We do have selections for mounting that are there. Generally, people don't order any mounting kits. They just supply screws on their own. But we do give you the opportunity to add mounting kits, meaning bolt packages. There is a link below this video to the mounting description PDF that would be very helpful for you to review. I would just order the bolts with the bar so that you didn't have to source them separately. And plus you'll know that they are proper, intended, designed, and tested to go with the bar in that intended mount based on how it's been tested for weight load capacity. There's a link below this video to the technical data sheet, which again will give us some overview stuff. That flange is 13 gauge stainless steel. It's all stainless steel that's on here. 1.25 inch 18 gauge tubing. Completely seamless. When properly mounted, all of the heavy-duty grab bars from Bradley will meet or exceed the ANSI A117.1, which is the accessibility guidelines passed in 1990, I believe. The location and the height of all of those bars is a federal code defined value. There's a link below this video to a document, to the manufacturer's page, where you can find the 2010, which is the current version of the ADA standards for accessible design, that will tell you the vertical height for all the bars to be installed at, and many other items. A very handy reference document. The rest of the extended description down below this video has nothing that we've not covered. I won't read it all because I don't believe it's necessary. You can review all of that. That link to the manufacturer's page will allow you to review not only all of the Bradley products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. If you have any questions on the Bradley, this is their part number 8320-001420, heavy-duty stainless steel satin finish grab bar, or any other Bradley product. Please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.